We're live here. We got another episode.
Professionals.
And we're recording our first episode today.
We were working in the audio element or the audio-visual element, but things are...
It's a work in progress.
It is a work in progress. That is the best way to put it.
A work in progress?
Don't do puns again. That didn't work, brother. Anyways, we're sitting here with Chloe, and we got Xander. Xander, please.
Oh, man, we should have made him wear the mask.
He's going to be holding the pocket by the end of the night.
Holding the pocket.
He's still in training.
That's
He doesn't
terrible.
bite anymore, you know, but he's... It's the obedience issue.
Is he still teething?
But... So, Josh, before we started, you were talking about how you had some stuff for us about China going on, or...
Oh, yeah, I was just talking about, you know, the probable invasion of Iran coming up, and, you know...
We're going to evade them? Is that what's going on?
That's what it's looking like, man.
I don't pay attention to the mainstream media.
I don't either usually, but I'm just hearing a lot of that stuff going around, and I don't know.
So tell us about it a little bit.
I'm feeling like that's going to be like the next Iraq war. That we're going to start sending young Americans into Iran pretty soon. Or we're going to nuke the shit out of them.
Is it just kind of to put them into line, or are we going there for oil like we did the last time?
Both?
Both? Get some oil? Because that's why we took Venezuela. We get their oil now. We've acquired a few shipments of oil.
I really don't know enough about geopolitics to fucking give you a good reason why I think they're doing any of this shit, to be honest with you, but I just find it interesting that
I think it's more of a distraction, obviously, from the Epstein files, because they're still not talking about it. The one thing that our great and mighty Führer ran on.
You know, I think the Epstein files might be a bit of a distraction also.
From what?
Aliens. I'm dead serious when I say that. I know it always goes back to
You would think
that,
they'd use aliens to stop pedophiles, from being leaked, but...
No, man, they're using the satanic pedophile elite shit to cover up the fact that we're literally being
Let's stop worrying about
invaded.
the aliens then. Let's start worrying about what they're using that to cover up then. Look at Prince Andrew. He's arrested. There's an arrest from the UK side.
He got arrested? I did
He
not
got
hear
arrested.
about that.
Yeah, and they searched all of his places. His brother disowned him pretty much in front of everyone, and the family has disgraced him. He lost his princeship, so he's not even a prince anymore.
I bet there's a lot of rich people like just sweating right now, just wondering if it's going to be...
In America, they're
their time
fine, I
next.
guess, because they have Trump on their side.
Yeah, we're not prosecuting anyone here.
No, we're not even talking about it.
I heard another country started prosecuting like people too.
He's like, Epstein files? Shit, just kill an American. That'll get them stirred up.
Or something. Anyway, we could look that up here. Was it Norway that started prosecuting people on the Epstein list?
So everywhere but America so far, and Canada.
Yeah, I wish I remembered the exact country, but I feel like it was one of those European type countries. Oh, and Norway's prime minister. Crazy.
Former prime minister.
Former PM. I don't get what a prime minister is. How is that different from a president?
It's like
the same
different
thing. It's literally the same thing, isn't it?
Well, kind of, as far as I know.
leader.
Yeah, but it's like, I think it's just like different terminology, I think. But their government's also like set up different too.
And how does a parliament vary from a Congress?
I'm pretty sure it's the same thing.
It's pretty
the
similar.
Same thing, just different words.
That's what I always thought. Yeah. That's weird.
I mean, we can get a search in that all day, but...
Yeah, well, like, I know one thing is, like, they do have, like, the representatives come from, like, different districts, stuff like that. So it's, pretty much the same thing as far as I know.
It's the same thing, just
Same
different
system.
different verbiage.
How would you guys
And that
feel?
all comes from Greeks, right? Yeah, let's see. I do want to kind of look up that. I'm pretty sure that it all originates from Greece, and then the Roman society took that over.
So I know this is probably, like... This is a hot button issue, but I hope that in my lifetime, I hope that Canada and America get to be one united country. And Mexico, too. Fuck it.
Are you going to fight that war?
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be like a...
I don't really care too much.
It'd be nice.
For what purpose? What would that do for you?
I'd like to go You know,
You can go to either of those places.
I guess, but I'd like to own land in Canada and be an American at the same
You
time.
can do that at the same time. It's called dual citizenship.
Yeah, but you can't.
I'm pretty sure you don't even need dual citizenship to own land in another area. You just need to own the land.
Yeah, but it's not the same. You don't get to be.
It is the same.
Yeah, but what if you want to have all your American rights, like guns,
You
and your Second
still
Amendment,
get
and your
that.
First Amendment?
But on your land.
You can't have a bunch of guns on your land
On
in
your
Canada.
land. Oh, yeah.
Not legally. You're gonna go to prison, homie.
But you're also American, so that saves you.
Yeah, that is true. You get the American get out of jail free card.
Do you know how many Canadians do a crime in Canada and then try to flee to America? It just happened twice this year.
That's
This one lady robbed a bank and then fled here. And she said it was because of the jail system and how it's better, I think. I don't fucking know. But also, how does that work? Wouldn't they just get extradited back to fucking Canada anyways?
I don't know if Canada.
Because the only crime that she
extradites.
would have got in America would be fleeing. And that could just be excused so that she gets extradited and, you know. So what do you got there?
Okay, so parliament, like a parliament and whatever kind of government that is, I think there's a different word. It just said a parliamentary system. I feel like there's a different word for it. But rather than a separation of powers, it's more of a fusion of powers. There's only the two branches. There's the parliament and then the executive branch. And then I looked up, does it come from Greece? They did have a kind of similar thing, but like modern parliament is very different, I guess.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of like...
It's like
It's like from
more
everywhere,
yeah, it's
yeah.
like more inspired than
Yeah.
like comes from it.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah.
I feel like Parliament
I guess I would
goes
have
back
figured
to,
that
like,
would have been the
British.
same thing, but I guess there's a little bit of a difference there.
I think that's like British colony type shit. Parliamentary
Yeah,
systems.
it's crazy that small little isle was fucking owned almost all the world at one point. For a
Man.
short period of time, but they did.
Dude, I found out like a week or two ago that their dollar's worth like a pound is worth more than $1.
Oh, yeah.
That
How do
just
they have-
changed? Because it wasn't like that before.
Yeah, I have no clue I looked up the conversion rate too, and it is. I don't understand how they're just that little bitty country. How is their dollar worth more?
That's what I was just
Like,
saying.
what's
how
their
did they
economy
own
like?
half the fucking world.
Yeah,
At one
right?
point, they owned half the world.
So I don't get the whole like, is London separate from like the UK?
Okay, so
Like-
how it goes?
London's a city.
Yeah,
Well, I know, but like, what's the whole deal with like?
UK's United Kingdom.
I know, but wasn't there like a separation of?
And then there's-
I don't know a ton about this.
They
the whole Brexit
left
thing?
the European Union,
Oh, okay.
so they're their own thing now. Like
But there's also Scotland. That's a whole country that's attached to the fucking...
well, Wales is too.
Yeah, Wales is a
Northern
separate
Ireland.
country. And it's all... Wait, no. So all those countries make up the UK is what it is, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, except for Ireland.
Except for Ireland.
But
So
northern,
at one point
northern,
they did. At one point
Northern
they did.
Ireland is the UK,
So yeah.
but Ireland is not.
Yeah. And that's...
So is that why there's pounds and euros, or do they not use euros anymore?
Who uses...
Euros is a you go to Spain, you're paying in euros. You go to Portugal, you're paying in euros. You go to France, you're paying in euros.
Yeah,
Oh,
so, like,
now I feel
yeah.
retarded.
Yeah.
The UK used to do that, and they use pounds like
Oh, okay.
in house, but they left because their pound is fine, and so a pound is like how we have a US dollar. A euro, from my understanding, is okay. We have all these tiny countries that make up this big area. Why don't we just make our own currency to use between them? Because we're gonna be going between. It's like
Instead
they're
of like
states,
converting,
basically.
converting between every single different country, they all kept it the same currency.
That makes sense.
So it's like if Canada, the U.S., and Mexico all...
Sorry, just go. That's my.
fucking
professionals.
bros over there doing
We're
this to
pros
me.
Here.
Like, not right now. Holy fuck, we're filming.
I like you do that right in the mic too. Or not in the mic, in the camera.
Well, yeah.
Oh man. Did you guys hear that the Coast Guard is bringing back some of the members that they got let go of during the Biden administration?
Good. I never got fucking vaccinated.
Yeah, I think it's really horrendous what they did to so many like working professionals in this country.
Yeah, and it wasn't just Coast Guard members. It was like all branches of the military. It was police force. It was everything that they could.
So
they tried
many.
doing it for construction workers too.
It's horrendous. There's so many like violations of personal civil liberties. It's fucked up. It's probably one of the most fucking egregious civil rights violations I've ever lived through to see in my life.
Actually, I think the most recent one had to be the most egregious.
What's that?
Killing a legally armed citizen for doing nothing but defending like another patron and himself, and not even defending, like literally just laying there getting pepper sprayed. He never got physical once with them.
No, I agree
And
with you there.
they're blaming it on the Second Amendment. They're attacking the First Amendment. So that's two amendments that are being just bashed. That has to be way more egregious than anything that this country's ever seen. And yet it's already pretty much died down.
I totally
like it
agree
never
with
happened.
you. I more so meant in terms of like Orwellian dystopian level type shit because like, man, well, where was I going with that? This drink's starting to sneak up
Rose
on
already
me.
a little sauced up.
I'm getting there. I've taken a liquor sabbatical as well as a marijuana sabbatical.
So
the
how
last few days.
long has that been going for you?
The smoke break?
Both.
This morning was the second day I haven't smoked any THC. I've been toking on this boof ass mushroom vape that I got from the smoke shop. It's doing something to me, but it's not getting me stoned. It whatever it does, it makes me feel okay enough to not want to smoke.
All right, Chloe. So how's your life been going lately?
Oh my goodness. I was gonna say, when can we mention the fact that like the Epstein files, bro? They taste like cream cheese.
You gotta tell us.
Oh, yeah,
It
yeah.
sounds like you've been
Newborns.
digging into this.
No, I've
way
been
more.
digging a lot into
Okay,
this.
I gotta hear some
but
of this.
The beef jerky thing's crazy.
That's what I
Calling
heard.
babies beef jerky.
I heard something about someone teaching a beef jerky making class.
All right,
and,
hold on.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah, the beef jerky making class thing. Did you hear about that? Like they were having someone brought onto the island or some shit like that to teach a beef jerky making class, and like I don't know. I wish I retained more information on this, but it was just so fucking.
I didn't hear that. I just seen that there was like a code phrase that they used was beef jerky or go eat pizza, and that there was an actual like pizza shop in New York that got caught. Like it was named in the Epstein files for like cooking babies for them. Mm-hmm. Being delivered babies by the government and then cooked. Or
And
the
is
elites.
that-
I shouldn't say the government, but I mean they're in our government. They're in every other country's government. And it's not just America.
Does this
we gotta
tie
realize
into that QAnon?
it's only
Pizzagate?
America that's not prosecuting the ones that are being called out.
And not only that, the youngest, like literally the umbilical cord was attached to one of the newborns, and the elites took turns on the newborn.
Well, we knew that these elites have been using baby parts for fucking ever. What's her name? Sandra Bullock has a facial cream that outright just says they use baby foreskins in it.
Alex
Literally.
Jones has been saying since like 2003 that Hillary Clinton eats babies and shit. So
I mean,
the dude might have been
we've
right.
all been, and look at Ryan Garcia. We have all these people that are close enough to understand and hear that are speaking out, and they're just being pushed back as crazy, being ignored. I mean, are these people that are in the public? Do they have people on the Epstein files? Like, who are they protecting?
I think it's fair to assume that most of Hollywood and all of politicians are compromised.
Oh yeah,
You trust none
it's
of them.
time to fucking clean house and get new fresh blood in this bitch.
Yeah, it's kind of a fucked up opinion on the matter, but I think that anyone who participates in like that kind of evil politician,
All
shit,
pedophiles should be killed.
I'd go.
I'm
one step
talking
further.
death
All
chambers, firing
politicians
squad.
should
You
be
can
killed.
inject them, whatever you want. Just fucking kill all pedophiles.
and politicians.
Do you know how you cure that? You kill them. They shouldn't exist. And now they own everything. It's
Man.
crazy.
So many of the top companies have been busted.
Look at Tobey Maguire dating a fucking 20-year-old or 19-year-old. That's literally the age of his daughter now. His daughter just turned 19, probably her friend. And he's how old? Leonardo DiCaprio won't date anyone that's below or above half of his age. So anyone below that, he would.
All right, now that's weird.
It's legal.
But legal.
No, it's legal, but it's still weird as fuck.
Weird for sure. Something to turn your eye at.
That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
Like, and you guys love these people. Like, what?
I mean, DiCaprio's kind of the shit.
He is, but he's still a pedophile.
Is he confirmed? Is
We
he on
don't
the
know.
list?
But we don't know. But I guarantee, I'd throw about $1,000 on that shit.
You know who I'm willing to bet
I'm a
isn't
betting
in the
man.
list? I don't think.
I know Snoop Dogg's not on that list.
The Amber Heard and Johnny Depp thing. I don't think Johnny Depp is in it. I really don't.
I don't think so either.
I think Johnny Depp missed that bullshit.
I'll give it a Google quick. What were we just talking about before?
The Epstein
Pedophiles.
files.
Pedophile? No, like, never mind. I'll just look it up. I can't remember.
Yeah, we're talking about pedophiles.
Dude, I don't
And how
blame
they
you.
should be
I lost
killed.
my train of thought there for a minute too.
I had something to say, but I just can't remember what it is anymore. It had to do with pedophiles, though.
Yeah, that's pedophiles get a lighter sentence than people that get caught with weed.
Fucking horrendous.
It's like not even day in jail. They just have to make a court appearance half the time.
There's no excuse for it. Like they get less than everyone.
Yeah.
They want to get them out of the system as soon as possible.
Johnny Depp was mentioned, but yeah, they don't know if he was actually there or not. They just like someone probably like in an email or something said it.
I was gonna say I've looked at a good amount of like images, videos, the ones that they've released so far. He has not been any of them. Nothing. Almost every single picture and video has been Donald Trump
That's crazy.
with a group of little
36,000
girls.
pages of, what was it, like 3.6 million pages? So 36,000, yeah, get an actual total number of how many pages it was, but 36,000 is the number of times Trump was mentioned in the files.
Almost every time.
And they timed this shit so perfect. No one gives a shit about anything but their tax return right now.
3.5,
Everyone's just
yeah.
hoping they get a good tax return.
Right in the fucking nut. And then let's do with the Donald Trump. I'm pretty sure it's 36,000.
Isn't that weird? It doesn't give you a number right away.
Oh. Yeah, you're gonna have to do a deep fucking dive to find the
Who's
actual
funding
information
Google?
there. Yeah.
The Jays. Can we say that? Do we gotta bleep the Jays?
I mean, let's not be too anti-Semitic, obviously.
I wasn't being anti-Semitic.
I'm just saying, like, we all have our opinions on it. And,
I love the
which is-
Jays. I think they should keep doing the amazing work they're doing. I think they should stamp out, all terror in Gaza.
I don't think you're even gonna find it
support-
anymore.
No.
Israel and stamping out Hamas.
Yeah, that's actually kind of fucking crazy.
Yeah.
When I go to Canada, I'm gonna have Isabella look it up and see if it pops up for her.
I think it was 36,000.
I would love to see
I'll
what happens when
I'll
you
put
do
my left
that.
nut on it. I'm almost certain it's 36,000. But let's just end that little part with fuck pedophiles, kill them all. What do you guys feel about Shia LaBeouf going on all these podcasts? I know. Okay, so let's
People
start.
gotta leave
hold
his
on.
ass alone.
No. I get that, but when you're going out there and you're presenting, you're trying to fix your marriage, you're not drinking no more. You're trying to do all these good things, and then
Homie slipped up.
you divorce your wife, and then you go to the bars and get into a fucking ruckus. What are you really? Are you like? You're not reaping what you sow then.
Would this be national news if he wasn't Shia fucking LaBeouf?
But he also wouldn't be on all these podcasts talking about these situations then. Now, Woody.
I feel like I've just been in similar situations to this dude. Not where like having a million eyes on you, obviously.
I'm talking
but-
about like you preaching about something and then you going and just doing it pretty much months later.
That's true. That's some hypocritical shit, I guess. I see where you're coming from.
I
but
do understand the part, he
People
is
slip, they fall.
But-
He's, in recovery. He's working on
being
himself.
famous, you're going to be put into the public eye.
Dude's
That's
definitely
also
had
something
his
you need to
struggles.
take into consideration. So you shouldn't be also promoting shit knowing you're going to be in the public's eye.
I don't know. I'll stick up for Shia LaBeouf like 9 times out of 10. Cause
Why do you like?
He was a kid actor too, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, Holes.
So
shit
that's
fucks
something
someone
else. That's something else that makes me kind of like
sympathetic.
sympathy. Yeah, because with that's something you got to know what you're getting into is like that's real, but he was also a kid. Like you can't really know. Like his parents should have known, but
Could have been Corey Feldman.
but also
Just think about that.
you know it's like
he was.
he should still know now.
a J. You know, so that goes for him a little bit. I think that helps you in America a little bit.
Oh yeah. But no, honestly, I think I don't mean to ride his dick here, but I'll stick up for Shia LaBeouf.
Why are you fucking riding Shia LaBeouf's
Dude,
dick?
fucking Transformers.
Is that the only reason? Honestly,
Yes.
he was better than Holes. He did
Well,
an
obviously,
amazing job
too.
as a fucking.
I'm tired, Paul. That's too damn bad.
Is that
Fuck.
the only thing you remember from that movie?
No, I remember so much. Madame Zeroni. I remember the little
What
tune.
was the vegetable that saved their lives?
Fucking onions.
All right.
Dude, I remember everything about
He knows Holes.
The,
You know-
the onions and the peaches.
What was that?
The onions and the peaches.
Yeah, the canned peaches. We having mild audio issues here?
No, I can still hear.
Oh,
so
we're good.
Okay.
You know what's another deep cut movie like Holes adjacent? Do you guys remember Like Mike?
How?
That
How
movie?
the fuck are those two anywhere near the same?
I think it was just the same time period, very similar, like after school Disney type movies.
So why don't you just say? I mean, I
said
think you
similar
worded that
vibe.
wrong. Yeah, they're not the same vibe at all. A kid who gets falsely accused and then
No, not in terms of plot. I mean, like in vibe, like you get off of school one day, like 2000.
I agree it's in the same
10.
time period, but I don't think you can put them in the same category as like the same.
They're
vibe.
literally in the same time slot when they come on
I'm
TV.
not arguing that. I'm saying that I don't think that they are adjacent.
But you remember that movie, Like Mike? Not a lot of
Yes.
people remember that shit.
Yes,
You never saw that?
that one
Where
was
the kid-
fucking Bow Wow.
Yeah, Lil Bow Wow.
Aaron said something about we should kill all pedophiles. I agree. I think even to be a little more human, we should give them the choice of either you get killed or chemical castration.
Or
I don't think that's enough.
no, I think it should be these two choices: killed, or we put them on Pedophile Island. I think we should make an island where they have to
I like
live
that
how they
idea.
wanna
Hunger Games
live.
style,
Yeah.
make it a TV show.
Well, not really Hunger Games, like
God,
definitely
that'd be
a TV
cool.
show.
I
but
love it.
We just
Like
drop 'em
Survivor,
off.
but
like, and
pedophiles.
obviously, they're gonna make their own cliques and gangs,
Yeah.
but what they do on that island is their fucking choice. They gotta, if they got enough resources to start something. After that, it's up to them.
Or Death Race for pedophiles.
Yeah,
Dude. That'd be $1 million.
that goes with
idea.
killing them though.
Man.
Damn,
And then when the
man.
island gets too full, we obviously just hit it with a B-2 bomber,
I was just gonna say something, but it fucking slipped away from me.
Smart as
Second
fuck.
time it's happened.
right?
That is the best idea.
You know
I've
what we
heard
need to do?
all
Let's
year.
let's start collecting pedophiles and drop them off on an island. We'll make a show. We're doing it.
How do we have all this money to fund ICE and go track down illegals, but we don't have the money to set up how the beginning of Inglorious Bastards, you see the Nazi walk into those people's houses looking for a Jew. Why don't we have that guy, the guy that played that
The Nazi hunter?
Yeah, except he's going door to door looking for pedophiles.
That's literally his name in the movie too. Is Nazi hunter? I'm pretty sure.
Is
Like that's how he's described.
what's his actual fucking name in the movie? It's not important. But if we can fund these people to go all around the country hunting down illegals, why the fuck can't we do the same thing for like organized pedophilia rings? This doesn't make any
Because
sense.
all these higher ups, yeah, that's the guy.
He plays Hans Landa.
Yeah, the Nazi hunter or the fucking Jew hunter.
I wanted to say Hans, but like every time I say Hans, it always wants to be followed.
He's a
by
good
Gruber.
fucking actor too, though. Shout out him.
Fucking A.
Dude
Christopher
did racist ass guy in Inglorious Bastards, and then did so unracist ass guy in fucking Django, dude. Like a couple years later.
Man. The scene.
What
in
gives
Django-
actors that pass? Is it because we know it's their job? Like, I mean,
actors get a pass for everything? It's
It's acting. Like
literally.
it's- get into character with whatever the director wants you to be.
You guys heard of the American Me backstory, right? The dark side
Mexican
to it.
movie?
Yeah.
I've heard of it. Like
How the Mexican mafia tracked down 10 people that were involved in that film and killed them because they didn't like the way they portrayed their true story that wasn't really true.
Yeah, I read Danny Trejo's book and he talked a little bit about it.
Yeah, he
But
saved
that's
the
all
guy
I
who
know.
made that, and he told the guy that made that
Shout
movie
out to Danny
not-
Trejo,
yeah,
dude.
Honestly,
He tells a little bit about that story. Danny Trejo's a fucking gangster,
I think we'll save this for next episode. That way we can get like him explaining it without copyright issues. But yeah, it's a good story.
Oh yeah.
How he fucking pretty much saved that movie because I don't think it should even exist. It got 10 people murdered.
I never actually watched the movie.
I never watched it either. I heard his shit.
I don't like watching things with rape scenes in it though. It makes me uncomfortable, dog. I heard there's a rape
It really
scene in
does. You know, also going with that, Cat Williams refused to do a rape scene in the Friday movie he was in. I think it was the second Friday, right? Yeah, it was the second one he was in.
I don't blame him.
Ice Cube wrote down that he was supposed to get raped by the guy when he was handcuffed to the toilet, but he refused, and Ice Cube took it out. Why do people have to put that in movies? I just don't get it. Like,
It's just not.
it shouldn't
funny.
be talked about. It shouldn't be fucking.
It shouldn't be-
like it being brought up is almost appraisal to it.
Yeah, it could come off
It's
as
giving it power.
glorification to the
It's
wrong
giving it
fucking
power.
broken mind. You know,
Yeah, it's disgusting.
it just
also,
doesn't need to be. In a movie.
alongside Pedophile Island, we'll have Rapist Island. Because if you're a rapist, you deserve to die and or be put on an island with
we need
other
a super
rapists.
jail, like a straight up real super jail, like the show.
Oh, what was I gonna say? The thing where you're talking about it shouldn't show it and stuff. You know, I agree with that, but I think it's also context of the movie. Say it's like someone rapes someone in the movie and then they get punished for it and it's showing it's bad. Then it's like, okay, fair. But also I do agree why the fuck they got to show it to begin with.
Yeah.
But
You can apply it. Why isn't it applied?
yeah.
Like, you know, like the camera pans away during like something.
Yeah,
you
they kind
know
of like
it's-
show. He's like, the guy goes, "Oh, I'm gonna go rape her," and then the camera doesn't show it, and then like later he's like, "Oh yeah, I just raped," something like that. Like,
you know, there's
it's-
ways to write it in where it's not portrayed the way that a lot of media has portrayed it.
I feel that
I
way
feel like
for just regular sex scenes too. I feel
Yeah, I
like,
don't like
especially
watching- I'll
now,
kinda look
it's
away,
getting,
honestly.
it's getting with a lot of new shows. It's a lot like just a lot of sex, and it's just kind of weird.
Sex sells, sadly.
That's
you know
real.
How in what's the movie Shawshank Redemption, Andy Dufresne gets butt touched by the fucking bull queers.
Yeah, I don't think you can call them that anymore.
No, that's what they call them in the book and the
Okay.
movie. They call them bull
Okay,
queers.
as long as okay.
It's like literally the Stephen King terminology. But in the book, it's the rape is a lot more graphic in the book. I first read it in the 3rd grade, and it kind of fucked me up. I was like, I don't need to be reading this. What the fuck? Who turned me on to this? It was
Yourself?
wild. Yeah, it was me. I actually picked up the book at a garage sale for like a quarter.
It's just weird how they're trying to normalize it. It's
Yeah.
not normal.
I don't want to hate on Stephen King because I love his writing, but
I think he's a little weird. Like
He
I like
is.
his
He's a
work,
weirdo.
but I think like he might be a sociopath. Honestly,
dude, have you?
Stephen King?
yeah,
Oh, that motherfucker, a piece of shit.
yeah.
If he's not in the Epstein files, they just didn't care to mention him. He was there, dude. That motherfucker fucked up for sure.
Man, it wouldn't shock me. But that being said, the Dark Tower books were super formative in my younger years, and it's probably like the craziest psychedelic piece of writing I've ever fucking seen. It's wild. No way I can really talk about it and do it justice.
You know how cheap flights probably are right now to Mexico?
Oh, I bet.
We are having a no travel ban. I'm pretty sure getting applied soon to Mexico because, or no, it's not a no travel ban. It's a warning that got put out. I seen for Americans traveling to Mexico that cartels are hunting Americans down.
So what's all the fucking hubbub about? I heard they they killed a Mexican cartel boss.
Oh yeah, his woman straight up
The military?
set him up. Like they go,
Got
oh, we
backdoored?
followed this one chick and we got him that way. No, you infiltrated her somehow and then she got you there.
Inside job.
And he didn't die during the attack. He died later on to his wounds.
Man, this shit kind of sucks. I really hate that there has to be these kinds of wars because
We're installing a puppet down there right now.
for real, like the people never win when this shit happens. It's always
You know what's really fucked up is I worked
The
with
rich.
a bunch of Mexicans, and they would show me just footage of fucking soldiers fighting cartel members down there. And you would see citizens like recording, and then
they're rooting for the cartel.
their uncles would come run out and just start spraying up the fucking the soldiers. And I guess for every soldier or policeman you kill down there, you get like a $25,000 reward if you have it on camera. And so that's how they have all this footage of this shit, and it just gets shared, and you don't see that anywhere on media.
Well, think about it, where these guys are coming from. Like all the guys that they're working for that are supposedly criminals that they're working for, they're getting paid in their community and shit. And then the government comes in, tell them these are the fucking bad guys. When, you know, shit goes wrong at home, they're taking care of them and, like, you know, making sure, you know, their family has enough to eat and this and that. They have clothes but I don't know.
That's why I don't lean too much into the Ukrainian war, what's going on in the Middle East, even down south. It's not my fight. And until it does come to my homeland, I don't care.
I don't want to stick up too much
I
for
don't believe that
cartels,
I
but
should be paying billions of dollars to this, to that, or to there when I have fucking homeless people in the streets.
Exactly, dude. We got
Why are
so
we
much
not
to worry
using
about
those
here.
billions to put new houses up for homeless, even if it's apartment buildings? Why are we not putting that resources to that? Why is there still hungry kids? Why is there still homeless? But we're funding all these wars that do not benefit me, you, or the government, except for it puts these countries at a sense of almost security where they have to hope that it doesn't reach them. Like the Ukrainian war, obviously Europe's in fucking high alert because they don't want Russia to expand past the Ukraine. Which if Russia does get Ukraine, I do see them advancing further.
They're not going to stop there.
No, they won't. They know they won that front, and they're just going to keep pushing.
And I know I've probably said this before, but like I really see this kind of going the Star Trek route where all the nations kind of clash and it kind of ends up becoming like a one world government. And then possibly some aliens being sprinkled into the scenario.
Did you see, it was probably a month ago now, North Dakota did a voting in our Congress or Senate or whatever it is, and to give every kid free lunches at school, and it comes from our taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And it got passed initially, and then people were pissed off about it, and so they took it away, and then it got passed again. But I was reading these Facebook comments about on different posts talking about the voting or whatever, and so many people were just, oh, it's not my kids, why should I have to feed them? Oh, the parents should know how to take care, or should, you know. And it's like, what the fuck? Can you not be a human and just you're paying
starved.
so much you're paying so much money in taxes,
I was
and you see nothing of what it goes to.
Yeah,
it doesn't
we've got
help you at
biased
all.
opinion on this.
I lived off of that. I would not be able to get lunch. I got to watch kids eat shit ton of lunches, and I got a certain amount of this and a certain amount of that, and then you type in your number and okay, you're good. And they looked at your tray. They fucking inspected every item and made sure that you did not have a little extra of this or that. So coming from someone who's lived that life, whoever's arguing against it, you can go fuck yourself and suck my fucking cock.
Also, if you're someone who has the means to be able to feed your kids and pay to have them fed at school, oh, whoa, you no longer have to do that. Yep. Now it's helpful for everyone.
Either way, it's not their concern.
Do you guys still remember your lunch
They're
code?
getting billions taken out of their fucking pockets for fucking
remember mine.
bombs that are going to a different country that not even our own soldiers are going to use. Bullets that are not even our own soldiers are going to use. Yet they're not bitching about that. They're worrying about fucking our own kids in our own country getting free food at school.
Right, dude? Like,
This is what I'm
the
talking
fuck?
about.
That's loser shit to be
That
watching.
is.
It is.
How
And
do
that's
you
what's
feel
going on and no one's talking about it? What?
And how do you feel comfortable going out on the internet and telling people, oh yeah, fuck them kids, basically?
I gotta step out real quick.
Okay. And it's just, it's just, what the fuck? Why? How do you? I just don't. I don't know if I'm like just normal and we're all normal and there's, but it just makes no sense to me how you can. Oh yeah, I don't give a fuck. That kid, they're poor. I could give a fuck about them. What? They're your own people.
So I don't want to point names without point fingers without knowing exact details, but I just heard that a higher up in the education department in the state was just caught embezzling a lot of money, like in the millions of dollars. I heard it was 12 million. But I have no names, no factual basis.
That's fucked up. Dude.
That's fucking insane. That explains why all our kids are retarded. And
yeah, well, that's
no one wants to work.
Every year you see, oh yeah, we cut funding to the education department to do this bullshit, and it's, why the fuck are we cutting funds to the education department? There's so many schools in this country that are just so poor, barely getting by. They don't even have the means to be able to, like, the word control is not the right word, but control these kids, you know what I mean? Like, make sure they're like actually learning and all this stuff. But no, fuck it. Let's just go send more money to Israel and send more money to Ukraine and send more of this. And it's just, why don't we care about our own people? Or I guess, we care about our own people. Why doesn't our government care about its
Honestly.
people?
And our
It's
public
fucking-
education system is so fucking broken. Like, they wouldn't even let me take AP chemistry because I had a bad home situation and my attendance was bad. I never gave a fuck about any of my classes except for the ones, like, I knew I could lock the fuck in at. Like, chemistry,
Do you know why
locked the
I
fuck
never
in.
graduated? Is because I never seen an inch of a fuck in my teacher's eyes if I did or not.
Yeah, they don't give a
Why
shit.
would I care if you don't even care to be there?
I didn't
You know
have
what I
one
mean? Like,
cool teacher in high
I had
school.
that mindset, and and I wish I did graduate in the end, because apparently you need that for a lot of things. Which also, why do you need it to go die in war? That's like my biggest, like, fuck you. Like,
You can get your GED pretty quick. You could get it next
I
year
could
if
get
you
it
want.
pretty quick, but it's also like, fuck, why? Honestly, what's the purpose? And
Just why not? It's for you.
Why are they so underpaid? Maybe if they were paid a
Yeah,
little
that's
more, they would
atrocious.
care a little more. I'm pretty sure every teacher in Grand Forks has to get a different job in the summer. They don't make enough to save throughout their salary that they get, and so they have to get a second job. Teachers
Man.
shouldn't have to work a fucking second job.
You
for
remember Miss
4
Melland?
months of the whole fucking year, 3.
Miss Melland was cool as shit. She was like the only teacher I fucked with at Phoenix. I'm a professional.
Bro is a professional. Yeah, teachers should be paid more. I don't get how they're not. I don't get how we don't care. I don't get it. It makes no sense.
See, that's one thing I like, and why I continue to do this podcast is because it gives a voice for people to hear around us. Because maybe they will start, like, opening their eyes. It takes one person for another person to see and do the same thing, and it creates a chain reaction. That's all I hope we honestly get out of this podcast, is an unbiased view from the outside perspective of what the media is portraying.
This isn't really a good response to what you just said. It's just more of me ranting. So sorry, but my mom's a teacher. Us 3 make more than my mom. And that's
I believe it.
That's fucked to think about. Like, I feel like I'm not making enough. And
the sad thing is we're not.
yeah.
In today's world, we're not.
Yeah. I don't get how we make more a year than my mom. First of all, she went to 4 years of school. And Isabella's dad, he's also a teacher, and he makes way more than us. He did do 2 more years of school than my mom did, but still, how is it just right across the border, hopping a skip away, and
schools are still losing funding.
yeah. That's something I said something
Nobody
about
wants
how
to
they
go to
cut
college
the
anymore.
fucking-
No.
yeah.
They all
Fuck,
know it's a scam.
no one wants to finish high school anymore.
Yeah.
That's what we're getting, and that shouldn't be a thing. And what we're teaching in these schools, it needs to stop. We need to start teaching things that will actually help in society. They should be teaching And once you get to high school, you should be learning about fucking credit, how to build it, how to keep it, how not to fucking destroy it, and how valuable it is in this society.
Yeah, they were trying to teach us about...
They give you one class, and it's for when you're a senior or junior at Central. It should be from fucking grade 9 until you're fucking graduated.
And they taught you about checkbooks and how to balance a checkbook. Nobody even fucking uses checkbooks anymore.
Yeah, they should be putting classes like this and... like fuck off with the bullshit computer classes.
Yep.
If you want to learn the computer class, take that as an elective.
Yes.
Why is that a required thing? But it's
driver's
not.
ed, that should be a fucking standard.
That should be a requirement.
Honestly, and it's not. It's something that you can take in summer. Here in Chicago, it is an elective that you can take to use to graduate. I did that in Chicago.
I think you could at community. I think you could get
at my
Maybe,
school-
maybe, but I know for sure Central and Red River, it was a high school class that you had to take during summer school.
Ours was a must. We didn't have it.
In
which I'm thankful.
Chicago, they made you take that, which makes sense. Why is our state not like that?
I want to go spend some time in Chicago.
Why is our state so worried about fucking kids getting a lunch? Poor kids getting a lunch. You know what I mean?
Not even poor kids. Every kid gets a lunch, free lunch with this bill, and that's how we're. That's like
Is that what it is?
every
it's good
every
lunch.
kid,
Perfect.
Yeah.
every kid, but people are still pissed about it.
Holy
How are you
fuck.
mad about that?
I'm still mad at Michelle Obama for fucking up the good school lunch.
Please, yes, that was a problem.
That was
Well,
a travesty, man.
I mean,
it was all jicama
they
and
were
steamed broccoli
in
for a
Chicago,
minute.
and I mean, it still kind of is going on like that in Chicago. You can get fucking Domino's, Taco Bell in the inner cities there. That's what they serve at their lunches. At my school, where I was at, they stopped doing that. But they had a fucking like Subway, and they had all these fast food places surrounding the school. But yeah, like they were serving Domino's and shit in school, and these kids were getting fat.
What was that cake and what was
I
that?
mean, we don't need fatter kids.
What's
Let's be
that?
honest. Hold on. Let's be honest with ourselves. This America, look at our cops. We have the highest ratio of obese cops than any other country in the world. Why? Trans fats.
What was that place you told me about in Chicago? The cake and shake place. The
Fucking
famous-
Portillo's. They
put like a whole slice.
It's
of
a
goddamn
whole
cake.
slice of their homemade chocolate cake, and it's a fucking 3-layer fucking chocolate cake.
You were the first person to turn me on to that shit.
It's so
and
good.
Since I've had
It's so fucking
I've
good.
had like 4 people tell me how good that shit is. And
Oh yeah,
I haven't.
I
Been
do
there
recommend that to everyone. Portillo's is an amazing spot.
Yet. It's hard to find a good spot like that with like a famous.
And
ass
I have no
dessert.
problem showing them out because they're not corporate. It's kind of like a mom and pop shop that blew up a little bit.
You know that Cake Boss guy that had the buddy's cake shop or whatever?
No.
You never watched the
No.
Cake Boss?
No.
Well, never mind. Fuck. It's a retarded reference if you guys know what it is. Never mind. Anyway, when I was in Vegas, the guy, I think it was he had vending machines that served fucking cake. Like you just go in there, put money, and it fucking pops out a slice of cake for you. It was, I don't know, retarded off track there, but I thought it was amazing that what a fucking age we live in when you can just drunkenly walk on the strip and buy yourself a slice of cake and just eat it with your hands.
What kind of cake are we
Speaking
talking
on
about?
eating with your hands, you know that if you start to eat with your hands, your brain unlocks like a certain part of its frontal cortex that fucking it doesn't have with you eating with utensil. You first feel like really disgusted, and then you start like
I love it.
I don't know. It's I don't know the exact science. I just watched a video on it. Let's
Have
get a
you done
little
it on
search
mushrooms before?
I eat with
Eating
my
with your hands
whenever
on
I can.
mushrooms?
Whenever I can.
It
It's
feels
just,
primal.
it's something that honestly does help your brain because we are supposed to be eating that way. You get enzymes from it that helps your fucking brain is all I know.
Are we
Or
really
drinking.
supposed to be doing that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're supposed to be eating with our hands. So like cultures
And
like
cupping
India
water.
and all that shit, and like they eat with their hands, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Eating with your hands triggers a sensory pre-digestion process
Yeah.
in the brain.
Helps you digest better.
Where tactile input from the fingertips signals the brain to prepare the stomach for food.
Yeah. It's
We're
something from our
monkeys, man.
primal nature that like just through evolution has just been installed in our brains.
It increases dopamine, heightens sensory enjoyment, and fosters mindfulness,
Yeah.
leading to slower eating, better digestion, and earlier. I can't. Oh, it's like fullness.
It's the same reason the smell of ripe fruit brightens your mood, because like it goes back to hunter-gatherer shit. If you're smelling ripe fruit, it means, you know, you just found like a fucking mother load of nutrients.
I might start eating with my hands more often.
I'm telling you. Try it.
It fucks. It fucks hard.
It does.
I'm on some primal shit like that, like Liver King style. Just, you know, not testicles and shit, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, we know you like your testicles.
I've never. No, I think I did eat Rocky Mountain oysters.
Remember
one
how,
time.
like, when we first started, Josh was talking about how he's visualizing balls swinging in his head?
Not exactly what I said, but
It was pretty spot on. I think it was pretty spot on.
how's that NA beer treating you, Danny? I've always been curious. how this tastes.
Actually, so funny you just said that. As soon as I set that down, I just remembered it's NA, and it's working.
That's the recipe, dude.
I totally thought
You got to get right on that fine line and then hit the NAs. You're smooth sailing. Because then you're already thinking, I'm just drinking.
Yeah, dude.
I got
That's
to
how
start
you keep
doing
her
it.
in the pocket.
Yeah, I think it's a good
I gotta start
idea.
doing it.
I'm like, literally as soon as you asked that question, I felt pretty sober.
Let me get one of those. I'm going to do a
Yeah,
little review.
let me go grab
Do
you
a little
one.
review here real quick on one.
So I was thinking. I was thinking about getting us a pod breathalyzer. You
I
know,
want to do that.
so we can keep her in the pocket.
See,
Leahy
that's what
rules.
you were talking about that, but what I want to do with it is I think we should all hit it, even the guest, when we do have one on, hit it, and then at the end of the episode, we hit it again and see,
Yep.
you know, who's babysitting and who's really drinking.
I like that idea.
But then again, everyone has different sobriety levels. Like, you could blow triple the limit and still be coherent.
It almost feels like a real beer in your hand.
So, do you guys remember what they taught us about the one informative thing I remember about health class is they were really helpful about drink portions. They told us pretty accurately how much you could drink without blowing the legal limit.
Yeah,
Do
it
you
was
guys
one
remember
beer.
that?
It's one beer.
Yeah, reliably
Because-
one beer, and like within an hour, you're good to drive. 2 beers, you're right on the fucking limit. Any more
No,
than that,
2 beers,
fucked.
you're over.
It depends on your size.
It's
And
well,
if you're male or female.
How much alcohol? Oh, I can't even look at this can. How much is in normally? Like 0.0 or 0.5 or
5%.
0.05?
5%.
5%.
5%. So yeah, if you have 10%, you're already over that 0.08 level. You could have 1 beer and a half a beer if you want to be technical with it.
You know,
I will bet right now.
I don't know.
He could
this
look it up.
because I haven't
I know.
had
I'm
access
letting
to a
you-
breathalyzer.
I'm letting you know
But
that
I'm really
I remember
curious.
it.
I think we should do this for science one of these days. Like, just crack some tall cans and see, just for science's sake.
Well,
see
tall
if a
can's
tall
2
can-
beers, so
I
you're
know.
over the limit.
I think one. Well, my theory has always been 1 tall can, I'm good to drive. But I
Ain't
don't
no
know
way
if
it's
that's-
3 to 4.
Yeah, 3 to
You're
4
getting
is
arrested.
Crazy.
Yeah, that sounds kind of crazy. To
You're
me.
getting arrested. I promise you.
Okay, we're gonna go.
Well, standard
200
Americans are heavier.
That is true. We were just talking about that.
We're going by
200
average.
pound man. Apparently,
Which-
you can get 4 safely.
Yeah, I'm like 150.
190
soaking
No one
pound
in
man.
this room is 200 pounds.
Okay, 190 and up.
Yeah.
4 is safe. 180 to 150. 3 is safe.
don't believe these.
140 to 122 is safe.
Well, I also think it depends not just on the weight, but like if you ate that day, how
That-
much you
yes.
ate,
Yeah,
what
but
you
still,
ate.
That's gotta
4
be a
beers?
factor.
That's fucking wild.
That's why I think we need to get a breathalyzer for science. This is great material.
Actually,
I love that we got into this.
we definitely do need to get a breathalyzer. That is a very good idea. I'm just still pretty confused about. Well, like, cause I'm like 190, 200 around there. I drink 2, and I'd say I'm like, okay, I don't think I should drive.
And
I
then
don't
there's-
feel drunk
because you-
necessarily, but
but-
I'm like a lightweight. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it's like I don't know why, but you know.
1 beer and I'd be scared to even drive. I was telling these guys the other day, or not the other day, it was today. I would literally put on my forms, and my mom told me this. Put on your forms, you are Mexican, not Native American, because you'll deal with harder ships if they know that you're native. So just put
That
down
is true.
Mexican. And now I can't even do that because I feel like Mexicans are almost getting put in the same category as Native Americans, to where all this hate that they're receiving now has been going on for Native American people since the beginning of fucking America, because this was never named America until the Americans came.
Sorry, I remember my train of thought here. I mean, what I was trying to get at is like cultural sadness passed down through generations of hardship and loss, and I think
this all ties
alcohol
in.
being used as like a comfort.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but
An
yeah,
escape.
like,
Escapism.
how do you feel about that though, Josh? Natives having to actually put on their forms that they're Mexican instead of fucking Native Americans, so they don't have to deal with so much
I think it's
discrimination.
shameful that people
Because it's
have
very
to-
true.
It's shameful that people even have to deal with such, bullshit in this society.
It is.
It's not right. Fucking excited as I am to go fishing when it gets nicer out here because I have like
I'm waiting.
aspirations, dude.
As soon as that
I'm
ice
so
melts,
excited.
I hit the fucking water.
For real. I'm gonna get my fishing license, my next paycheck. I'm all going all out.
You coming, Chloe?
I was gonna say, yeah. You know who taught me that you needed a fishing license?
Who's that?
Aaron. He's just like, oh, so you just be fishing? I'm like, well, he's like, do you got your fishing license? I'm like, fishing license?
Yeah, they'll
What's
roll
fucked
up on
up
you.
is even natives need that shit here. In Canada, they don't.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I don't like that.
But
I
you
don't
also
like it
need to be
either.
tribally enrolled.
Like, I do agree with limits. I believe that Native Americans should have to respect the limits
Yeah.
because that helps with population control, which I also believe that Native Americans have always respected that, and that those probably come from our own properties to keep the fish and animal population sustainable to live off the land year round.
if you're
That's
just
something
fishing,
that our people have been doing since the beginning of time. It's not something that we had to enforce or be fucking told, you're going to go to jail, you're going to get a fine. You know,
if
that's
it's
kind of
just-
fucked up.
What if it's just catch and release? Why do you need a permit for catch and release?
Thank you.
You don't need a fishing license if you're not keeping the fish. In my mind,
Well, what if you kill the fish on accident?
That's what I mean. Like,
It happens,
You need to
but
be...
9 times out of 10, you're not gonna kill the
Well,
fish.
all
if
that
you're-
money just goes to the fucking state anyways.
Yeah, that's
And
the
what is
one
the state
thing
really
I feel like
putting it
that's
to?
okay with. I'm okay.
But
with
are they
that.
really putting it to the
They
animal
do.
and conservation resources? Because it better be.
They really do. I think that. Can we see how much of that money is? If there's been any
Yeah.
cases of embezzlement with
They're like
wildlife fund resources in the state of North Dakota?
I don't know.
Because I've always felt like that's one government program I am more than happy to
I
pay
will
into.
back that one.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't
But
mind paying
I
taxes
don't
for
believe any taxes go to what they say it does.
It never does, not as much anyway. There's always kickbacks and cuts to this and that, and there's always palms to be greased. There's some bribery and some scummery going on here and there.
Here's a little fact while fucking Danny's looking this up. And I'm sure I told Josh this one, so Josh, if I told you this answer, don't bring it, don't answer it. Do you know why Chicago's called the Windy City?
No.
Because it's right along the lake there, and it gets a ton of wind.
It's called the Windy City because of how many governors got kicked out of fucking office and mayors got kicked out of office for corruption. It was back-to-back years, and
Is
so
that
they
true?
called it they blew the corruption out of town. That's why it's called the Windy City.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There has
Little
been
quick fact for you, Chicago
I
style.
thought it was because of the windy.
No,
of the
it's
lake.
yeah, it's because of the government system and how many people got kicked out of
It
office.
is windy as shit there.
there's been no
It's actually not that windy.
It was when I went.
It's not a plains area. It's more,
Yeah.
there has not been any embezzlement scandals in North Dakota. I don't know if that's exactly what you're asking.
That's more or less what I was asking. yeah.
Okay.
I feel like the funds have been pretty fairly distributed
Allegedly.
no. Look up
in the
If-
state anyway.
if the fines to what would you call it? Like an animal crime.
Yep.
So like the fines that you get for fucking fishing, if that goes to actual state resources to the ecosystem for animals.
Like DNR
Back to the
funds.
environment. Yeah, just back to the environment. Because that's what you're told.
I know exactly what you're asking, but I don't know how to word it either.
I know. It's yeah.
That's a tricky one.
Okay. So yes, it does. Okay.
Fines and penalties from animal-related crimes, particularly those involving wildlife trafficking, often go back to the environment.
Okay. So yeah, that's cool. I'm okay with that then. I don't want it to go to the missiles to fucking Ukraine, That's all I'm saying. I don't want me not having a fishing license, catching a fish that I'm not supposed to have, all of a sudden fund a fucking bomb going to go blow up some motherfucker.
And one good thing I like about those kinds of government agencies, if they do take someone's like game that they catch that was illegally
It
killed.
goes back to the community. It goes back to the poor.
They
Yep.
they have it butchered and they give it to food banks.
Yep.
And it goes back to the community, feeds poor people. I've eaten deer that was confiscated by like DNR and shit.
Well, Chloe, while we have you on here, it's not really more of an interview style podcast, this one. I wouldn't consider you a guest anymore. You're just kind of here. No, but you have anything you want to kind of talk about, bring up?
Oh, I was
anything you want to shout out, and anything you got?
Aaron promised me. I love hearing this story. It might be random, but it was about one of the times he had blacked out.
Oh, okay.
Ended up,
I'll tell it. I'll tell it.
Thank you.
So, I was going through some shit, and I was at the Sky Dancer. That's the Belcourt casino,
man.
right? Yeah.
All good stories start at the Sky Dancer.
And what happened was I went to go play bingo, and I ordered a Jack and Coke. And mind you, the Jack and Coke cup is literally that one right there. Xander, I'm going to hold up your cup here. It's this cup size. And it was this much Jack, that much Coke. And so I was like, okay, yeah, I'll just have one. I'll be good. And so I finished the one. And then the girl next to me wins at bingo. And I guess if you win at bingo there, the person to your left and to the right of you get a drink.
That's pretty awesome.
And so they
didn't know that.
refilled my fucking Jack and Coke, which was fucking Jack with a little bit of, a little sip of Coke. And so when I get back to the hotel, I'm hammered. And I go straight to the fridge, grab the Fireball, down a couple shots, and then I look at Wyatt, and I was like, I'm going to start some fucking shit. I just start shit talking Wyatt, making fun of him. I'm just being drunk asshole Aaron. And fucking, he leaves. He's done with me. Can't handle it. And at one point, I guess I ripped a bag of chips open. And I don't remember. I was already blacked out at this point.
You were just spazzing. I can imagine.
It was Funyuns, and I couldn't get it, so I must have ripped it open, and they went everywhere. And I'm talking, they were in Wyatt's bed, my bed, on the floor, fucking behind the TV, everywhere. And at some point, I know I had to puke or I had to poop because I made it to the bathroom. And I think I got really hot at one point because I ended up stripping down butt naked. And instead of passing out on the toilet, I think I tried to crawl to my bed. And I say I think because I don't remember. This is just what I've been told. Because Wyatt came back after he thought I might have passed out. And I did pass out in front of the door, halfway in the bathroom, halfway into the hall, into the room, butt naked. Wyatt's trying to open the door, and he can't get it open, and so he's fucking ramming his body, he said. And he's bouncing the door off my fucking head because I'm blocking it, passed out on the floor. And he just left me there. But hey, I woke up in my bed.
One of the best stories I've heard from him, bro.
Way she goes, man.
And yeah, I don't know the true facts because this is just pieces of stuff that, I remember coming in and out. I do remember sitting on the toilet. I don't remember stripping down butt naked. I don't remember crawling. I guess there was puke in the trash can, so I must have been doing a shitter and a puke. I don't know, man.
That sounds like some of the wild blackout stories I had from the trailer days.
It was a
some
time,
bad
I
ones.
guess,
Man, I used to wake up on the lawn a couple times. I woke up on the roof a couple times.
I remember waking up on the roof.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I remember I would wake up and then just still hammered, pour myself another drink or three, and I'd just go sit on the lawn on a green plastic lawn chair in my underwear with a pitcher of fucking Screwdriver, just mean mugging the neighbors.
I remember this. I remember I told him to start taking the half full Sunny D's and then just mix it into there
Yeah.
and you shake it around. You never have to mix another drink until that's gone and you throw that
real.
away.
Easy Screwdriver.
Yeah.
Easy,
You
easy.
literally had the pitchers though, I'm pretty sure.
I didn't like the Sunny D. I like the regular orange juice, but I'll do a Sunny D in a pinch.
Sunny D was cheap.
It's
it
too
was
gritty
$2.
on the teeth. I don't
But we were
like
also
it.
drinking fucking $10 Car Crash a bottle. So.
Yeah.
You want to
Man.
talk about fucking gritty.
That stuff was ugh. That still puts shivers down my spine.
So,
Fucking ish.
my little story there, is that all you had?
Yeah, the only other update I have to give is 1 month until the court date.
How's the cat doing?
She has her moments. When they say a cat's brain is literally, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Is she opening cupboards yet?
yeah, she already started doing that. But the biggest thing she did to me recently, she fucked up my TV. I put my TV in the living room. I'm glad my PS5 is good, but I wake up, not even wake up, took like a power nap, 30 minutes, walk out to the living room. I just see screen fucked up. And I know it wasn't my dog because she already knows she'll snitch herself out. She'll put herself in the kennel. But that cat was hiding from me. Could not find her. Not one bit.
Sorry, I'm just trying to see if my boy will help me out here. He didn't want to help me out. Where are you going?
Leave me alone.
I'll be right there.
But yeah, that's
So Josh, I think that we need to plan, like you're saying, some fishing. I think we got to take a pod on the fishing. Do a little podcast on the river or
That's
something.
exactly what
I
was
like
thinking.
that.
Get those little handheld clip-ons.
We got 2 of them.
Find a secluded spot.
Well,
We'll keep the ones that connect to my phone, and then we'll get like 2 more that connect to yours or
Yeah.
something.
We need a range day recording, which is going to be fucking murder on the microphones. We're going to have to figure that out.
Speaking, but I'm cutting you off here real quick. Chloe asked me why I'm so fucking deaf, and I think it's a big part is shooting.
Yep.
Wear your ears
And
if you're
monster
shooting.
trucks when you're a kid.
No, I never went to go see I seen the trucks
Really?
once, and I went to the races once. I didn't like the loud noises. I didn't like wearing
Yeah.
earplugs, and so that's
You
also
wore earplugs?
because I didn't like the loud noises.
Yeah.
It comes with fucking like I said, I don't have autism, but like grazed me. So I think that
I
like
feel
little
that.
portion there, that like that grazeness, fucking, that's why I'm kind of sensitive to those loud noises. But I don't know, gunshots were perfectly fine until I couldn't hear as much.
He can't hear nothing at work. I am screaming his name, and it's just.
I guess
what? Huh? What?
Yeah, when we
guess
go
my-
shooting, we go hard too. The
Yeah.
whole next few days, I'm always like,
I don't get that anymore.
You don't get tinnitus?
Nah.
It's always running water or a high pitched squeal for me.
It used to be like when I wouldn't have it unless I laid down, and then like when I laid on that side
yeah.
that took the most damage, that's where I'd hear the ringing.
I thought he was fucking with me the whole fucking
No,
time.
I am
Every
deaf.
time he would say, what? I'm like, okay, I'm done. I can't.
Fucking, I guess my boss was sitting there like talking. Daniel told me this time. My boss was sitting there talking to me, and I was just ignoring him, doing whatever I was doing. And then finally, I looked over and I like answered him, and Daniel's like, "Did you just not hear him that whole time?" I'm like, "No, I didn't know." He's like, "He was there for like a little bit, trying to get your attention."
Yeah, I think we definitely got to go shooting. I think that's
Oh,
going to
for
be
sure.
hard to like record because of the microphones and stuff, but I think
It won't be that hard.
I don't think it'll be
No.
that bad. I just gotta say, for your last story, I remember this. We were doing something, and it was the same thing Aaron was just talking about, and I was like, "No, it's zeroed," and then he didn't like acknowledge me at all, so I was just kind of like, "Okay," and then he finished doing what he was doing, and then our boss came up and he was like, "Hey, no, you gotta do this," and then Aaron goes, "Oh, it's zeroed."
I kind of miss working there sometimes.
You should apply. I don't know. You're just a pussy.
I'm going to make a lot
best.
more money this summer.
No, he's not.
I got things in the works.
No, you're not.
I do. I'm a professional. You
No,
got to
you're
look
not.
right into the camera when you say it. You
So,
guys just wait and see.
with the future of this podcast, I do want to say that we will be getting a nice intro. It's going to be crispy, very clean, alongside a couple camera angles.
Okay, I want to run this guys past you guys because every time I've mentioned it, I never get a reply. But
And then it's probably shit.
well, tell me then if it is. But just listen. So I'm thinking for the music, do you guys have an idea on like the feel for it?
We've already been over this, Josh.
Yeah, I have
Remember what you
a
said.
Holy fuck.
I have something in mind that I'm gonna make on Thursday when we meet up. That we're gonna be working on the
You're a pro.
yeah. But yeah, I kind of have an idea, but if you guys don't like it, I'll figure something else out. I can, there's wiggle room.
I'm
What are we
we're gonna
doing
love
again?
What?
No.
I'm just saying, in my brain, in my
in my fucking thinking.
You have one of those?
Yeah, up in here in the fucking thinking meat.
How big is it?
You think? My doctor told me that's not good for my health, so I just
try.
I kind of
try.
lay back and let others do that for me.
I'm trying. But what I'm thinking is something spacey but ethereal
Okay.
and upbeat, but like
It sounds like a lot of boy touching.
Sci-fi.
I don't want none of that boy
I
touching
think I
shit.
think you guys will, from what both of you said, I think you guys will like what I'm gonna cook up.
I
on
think I'll like
Thursday.
that, yeah. I
think-
don't think it'll
I
be
know
as
I
boy
will.
touchery.
But I'm just saying, what are those instruments where it's like it goes by
Speaking to your mic.
electromagnetic fields?
The
Like
the
a theremin?
theremin? Yeah.
Theremin.
mhm.
I would buy a theremin just so you could incorporate that into the intro music. If you could do something
That'd be
fucking
cool.
sick with a theremin, I will buy you a theremin.
But
that'd be cool. The only thing is, I have no fucking clue how to play a theremin. That's like probably one of the hardest instruments to play.
You just wave your
I
hand
just want
around
this
it
to
and
be
it goes,
known. That's staying the fuck in this podcast too. Her calling you out for that because
For
I'm
what?
sick of being the only one that has to orchestrate your monkey ass to fucking do the right thing. I was telling Daniel here, he's
I
gotta
like
be a
it.
fucking
I appreciate
poor-
it.
You know,
I need someone to keep me in line
I know.
sometimes. I
and I'm sick of
appreciate-
being the
I
one, the
appreciate
asshole.
Hey, I did get him earlier. I didn't
You
know
what
if he was.
I'm
I
glad that
didn't
I'm
know
not the only one that sees it. You know, I feel
I
like
was
an
giving
asshole
him-
when I have to call it out.
I was giving him hand signals. I wasn't sure if he saw me, and then I
Yeah,
saw him
I
doing it.
totally did not.
You didn't? You just
No.
did it? Oh my god,
I
that's
didn't
so
even see you
funny.
doing the fucking-
I was like over here at him and shit, and he just like.
That's also another thing we're working on the podcast. Again, Josh a little more well trained here. He's still a little.
Yeah, right. I know you guys are hurtling together and talking your shit and feel like this guy's a fucking nuisance. This guy's dragging us down. What are we? Whatever.
Who else are we gonna
I'm
rag
a
on if we don't
professional.
got you around here,
I'm
man?
a professional.
I know.
I'm the glue that holds this together, and you guys don't even realize.
Every house needs a bitch. We all know.
I'm a pro.
Put it down.
Put what down? I got it right here.
Yeah.
We're all professionals here, man.
So
I'm just
one more
excited to
thing
go
I did want to
fishing.
talk about was we're gonna need a Google search on this one because I don't remember the name. There was this drug going around when we were in high school, Josh. These guys were in elementary or middle school. I can't remember. It was thought to be believed to originate in Africa, where kids were taking shit material, poop, human feces, bottling it, putting a bag over it, and the methane from that would go into the bag, obviously get caught, and they were huffing that shit.
Jankum.
Yep, jankum. And it was such a big fear that was coming to America that like they were making advertisements to stop it. And
Dude, I don't know why they're trying to make advertisements to stop it. We make that. We literally produce
it was
that.
a myth, I thought. Like
No,
shit.
No,
shit.
Steve-O huffed Jankum in
yeah,
like a
apparently
Jackass video.
it's a real thing. It's
Well, it obviously works,
I've seen that if you mix shit, piss, and cum together, let
That's what
that
I
shit
heard,
ferment. That's the
That's
real
the jail
shit.
method.
but really?
Yeah.
Damn.
You know what's one
Some
worse?
jankum.
Okay, you guys are gonna fucking gag when you hear this. But when I lived in Denver, I heard on the news that local kids who were on probation and couldn't smoke weed were taking bed bugs from their apartment complex and scraping them up from their bed sheets and their beds, and they'd dry them out next to a heater, and they'd crush up the dead bed bugs and they'd smoke it in a bong, and it would just get them fucking
I heard
tore
about that
up.
too.
Can you look that up, Danny, just to make sure I'm not retarded and making this up? But apparently there's psychoactive materials in the bed bugs, or the bed bugs are feasting on so many fucking tweakers that there's psychoactive materials in the bloods that the bed bugs are feasting on. I don't know.
You know the UK tested their waters from this. Go ahead, Jack. Go ahead.
This is crazy. The idea that people are smoking bed bugs to get high is a false viral hoax that originated as an April Fool's joke.
Hold on, can you put in Denver after it?
Dude,
because this was like
he
a real
just
story
Googled
in
it.
Denver.
Josh, it might just be you, bro.
That's what I told him a lot
I
of
saw this on the
times.
news, man.
What news? Fake news?
Yeah,
Man, I feel insane now.
But anyways, the UK tested their sewage water recently, and there's enough cocaine residue to get an animal that drank out of it high, is what they said.
Jeez. Yeah,
I
they have a
love
lot more.
They're doing
cocaine
a
in
lot
Europe.
of blow up there. Like, you know, you thought that was an American or Mexican thing? Fuck no. The UK people are up there.
Well, it's like €80 at least for a fucking gram, and like, you know,
And the
clubs in Spain
Australians.
and
We
shit.
can't just, you know, leave them out of it.
Dude,
They've been
it's
fucking-
crazy expensive in Australia, and you're not even gonna get real cocaine, ever.
Can't people just ski in peace? Leave them be.
I don't judge. I don't do. I don't
I
partake
think it should
any
be legal.
longer.
It doesn't even feel like a hard drug, really.
It's
Thank you.
it makes me feel sick, and that's why I don't do it anymore. I don't know if it's
Yeah, it
like a
doesn't feel
mental
good
thing.
for
I
you.
think mentally I ruined it for myself on purpose, so I would stop doing it. But it just makes me feel like disgusted.
Well, if you drink like 8 Red Bulls, you're not gonna feel good. You know, I feel like it's similar in terms of like, you know, medicinal intake. You're taking in a lot of like, you know, chemicals.
I think the difference with cocaine is that it's highly addictive. It's a very short high.
It's the
and
highest
it is
addictive
so,
drug out there right now.
I wouldn't even call it a high.
That's
Call it what you
it
want.
is. It's what
You're
it
gonna
is.
want more after that 15 minutes
Yeah.
up. And also, it's extremely bad for you. It is probably better for your brain to drink 8 Red Bulls a day than it is
Yeah.
to be railing
No, yeah.
cocaine constantly. Red Bull might be fucking way
There's
worse for your
gasoline
heart.
in fucking cocaine.
Yeah. It's
People like to
extremely
paint the
neurotoxic.
picture that methamphetamine is worse than cocaine. They are honestly on the same level.
I think
they are
science
both
went
cooked.
downhill when
No.
scientists quit doing coke.
I don't know. They're both just straight chemical mixes of something that should have never been mixed with chemicals. Like straight battery acid, fucking gas, everything that you can imagine that you wouldn't just do on a normal basis. Those addicts are doing in cocaine and in meth.
But
You know, Merck Pharmaceutical used to produce like tons of pharmaceutical grade cocaine that was used for like psychotherapy, for like
You used to be
nasal
putting the coke in
applications.
Coca-Cola too.
Yeah, you could just
where they
go
got their
walk
name.
into a pharmacy
Way
and buy
back in the day.
cocaine. Pure cocaine
These aren't
hydrochloride.
myths. These are true facts. Yeah.
Like fluffy white crystalline pure hydrochloride.
It was
cocaine.
also a prescription the dentist used to give you back in the day too. If you had like tooth pain,
Yeah.
you just rub some of this powder on your fucking teeth.
JFK was prescribed cocaine in injection
Tells
form
you everything,
and
dude.
nasal like swab form for like a nasal condition, and he had like because he was like a war veteran and had a fucked up spine and shit, and he had to like swim to shore from like a fucking sunk boat, fucked up his back.
I was gonna say the part that Daniel was just saying that was I feel like isn't true is he said, yeah, you just do that and then you're gonna want more 15 minutes later. No, that's not everybody.
See,
Yeah, I don't
no,
Well,
get
it might
that.
not be everybody,
No,
but
but
it's still
it's
extremely
15 to
toxic
30
for your brain.
minutes later that you are wanting more.
Is cocaine
It-
toxic to the brain?
It is very toxic
If
for the brain.
you're not wanting
I
that,
thought it
then
was just
you're getting your
cardiotoxic.
cocaine cut with something that is stronger than what they're telling you is in there, and I believe it is methamphetamine. In my opinion, if you're high goes longer than 30 minutes on cocaine, you're not doing coke. You're doing a cut that is definitely mixed with meth.
Can we look up if it has any neurotoxic effects? Because I really just thought it was cardiotoxicity you had to worry about with pure cocaine. I don't like call myself a drug aficionado or anything, but
What are you guys getting into?
he said it's bad for the brain.
It is.
And I'm just not sure that's
Yeah.
100% true.
It releases
It is?
it releases natural chemicals that your brain makes naturally
I did not
at
know that.
at such a high rate that your brain doesn't register it, and it will stop producing those certain chemicals that you need naturally.
I was actually
You can no longer become happy if cocaine only makes you
Yeah.
happy. You know what I mean?
It's like
that's
steroid use with your
that's what it
balls.
does to you neurologically. So
Like-
so you do believe that then?
Yeah, it's like your
Okay.
balls quit producing testosterone if you
Yeah.
start taking steroids. Like if you're doing coke all the
'Cause
time, you're not going to make dopamine.
Your body doesn't need. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yes, it
But-
does. So you do believe that then?
Yeah, but I've always read that
So-
small uses, like small amounts of cocaine, like semi-frequently, can cause like what's the word? Growth of neurons and
I'm sure it can, but the issue with cocaine is that it's extremely hard, unless it's being administered by someone else, to take that little dose you have to take to do that, right?
Yeah.
that's why I'm thinking more traditional uses like Andean medicine.
The
like
only traditional
chewing
use
coca.
for it is that for chewing the actual plant where
Like, that's gotta
nothing
be
else
good
has
for
touched
you,
it.
I bet.
It's probably not good for you either.
Well, it cures a lot of things in traditional Indian medicine.
It rots their teeth out and also
That's
gives
the
them jaw
alkali.
cancer. No, it's the plant itself.
That's the lye
By
that they put in
chewing-
their mouth.
They're putting a plant. Josh, they take the leaf,
Yeah.
they put it in their mouth, their teeth rots, and they get jaw cancer. Has
Well-
nothing to do but the plant.
If you put the plant in your mouth, it doesn't work on its own. You need to basify the plant for it to be absorbed into your bloodstream. You need to actually mix it with a little bit of lye. If you go to the Andes, they sell it with a little rock lye. You need to
Anyways,
crunch it
can
up.
we get... okay, that could be
You
a
can
fact.
move on. It's cool.
But can we get a search
I'm
on...
getting into the weeds here.
Can we get on a search on how long that the high is supposed to last, and if it lasts longer than what is cut into it? Because I want to kind of prove a point to her
I would
little bit.
love to know this.
because I want her to know this facts because I've been telling her this for a while.
It's a very short-lived high.
It should be. Theoretically, it should be. But if it's longer, like it's not in certain people. If it's longer, it's just the stuff you're getting.
Within 15 minutes, it says. Yeah.
Yeah, 15 to 30 max. So if you're higher longer than that, I'd say stop buying from that dude.
Their processing of cocaine paste that in the shops there, one of their more common currencies, because their currency is almost defunct, they keep a scale at every little tiny, like you go on a dirt road, pull up to a counter, and they got like bananas and shit, and you go pay for your stuff, they plop a scale on the counter, a little digital dope scale, and they start, you can pay in like cocaine paste chips.
You know, scales weren't. They were used for spices.
Yeah.
Spice scales. You call it a dope scale. They probably
No,
have
I'm calling this one a
spice
dope scale because it's a digital like dope fiend scale, like a little tiny like.
But
if you watch the Vice documentary that I'm
If you go
talking
to a
about in
kitchen,
particular,
they got a dope scale that's actually a spice scale, you know?
I'd be a little sketched out if someone pulled out like the little blade fucking.
Look up a spice scale and look up a dope scale quick. But then
I'm not talking about a kitchen scale. I'm talking about
I want to see what a
head
dope
shop
scale is. Look up a dope scale then. I want to see what a dope
a
scale
digital
is.
dope scale.
I don't understand then. It's the same thing. And that's fucked up because it brought the fucking Scoville units.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
That's just a scale.
Now look up a kitchen scale. It
It's-
looks entirely different.
But they could be used for the same purpose. Oh!
God damn it.
Oh! Aaron wins.
Okay, you got me
Okay.
there. But I feel like the ones that you see at a
I
drug
feel like
dealer's
you're
house
just
looks a
a
little
druggie
different.
is what came out. You know,
That might be it.
You see in a scale, you're like, oh, I could have fucking weighed some shit on that.
Yeah, I guess that's how my mind thinks.
But it's getting late here. Let's get a little weather check. You know, we got to do it.
Sunny out today.
It was windy as fuck.
it
It was not sunny out.
It was
Cold.
sunny, but it was cold as
Okay,
shit.
it was sunny, but it was windy. And
That's
here
why
in North
it was
Dakota,
notable.
it doesn't matter how much that sun's out, the wind will fuck you.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, we got a temperature change. We're at 0 degrees tonight.
-1 last I looked.
It's 0.
Man.
It was 33 the last 2 episodes, so, you know, I guess we're staying frozen in this fucking shit tundra. But we don't got a guest, so I'll end us with this quote here. If you can't win, don't play.